Question 15, suppose sine of theta is 1 over the square root of 2. What are the possible values of cosine? Separate multiple values with a comma. So remember in our last one, it told us what quadrant we were looking at. This one doesn't. So when it says separate multiple values, it means we're going to have the positive answer and the negative answer because we don't know which quadrant we're looking at. So sine is what we're given, and sine is opposite over hypotenuse. So we are told here that the opposite side is 1 and the hypotenuse is the square root of 2. We want to find cosine, which is adjacent over hypotenuse. And the hypotenuse we know, it's the square root of 2. So we just need to solve for the adjacent side. And we're going to do that using the Pythagorean theorem. But let's draw our triangle so we have a better picture of where the sides are. Okay, so across from the right angle is the hypotenuse. And then the other sides determine based on the angle. So I always do the bottom one. So across from that is the opposite. And then the remaining side next to that is the adjacent. So we know the hypotenuse is the square root of 2, and the opposite side is 1. We need to get the adjacent side. So using the Pythagorean theorem, the hypotenuse is always side C, and then A and B can be any order. So we'll do a squared plus b squared equals c squared. A is what we're solving for, b is 1, and c is square root of 2. So when we subtract the 1 squared, we get, I know you're thinking square root of 2, but what happens when you square a square root? It becomes just a number. So square root of 2 squared minus 1 squared is just 1. And then when we square root both sides, a is just 1 as well. So on this one, cosine and sine are actually the same. Remember, our answers separate multiple values. So we have 1 over square root of 2 positive, and then negative 1 over square root of 2. So that's what it says, multiple values. Just make sure you have the positive and the negative.